This, I'm not a knife guy, but have you ever seen a blade that looks like that? Let's get into it. First and foremost, guys, I do want to say thank you for coming back to the channel. Here at Red.Beard Outdoors, I talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors, and I bring you along. I absolutely love talking about gear. In this case, Montana Knife Company Packout Skinner, that I obviously haven't had a chance to use in the field, so this is going to be more of a first impressions and how I see myself using this here in 2025, as I have some hunts planned that I'm super excited about. And more than anything, though, guys, I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best price possible, the best gear possible in your hands as soon as possible, because right now is the perfect time of year to get your gear and utilize it, mess around with it, play with it, and get used to it, so that when it does come time for the spring hunts, when it comes time to go to Total Archery Challenge in the summer, maybe you have some summer things going on, maybe you're killing hogs all year round, maybe you have the biggest hunt of your life planned for this fall, or all of the above, whatever it may be. I want to help you out where I can and talk to you about gear, give you some first impressions on certain items, give you some reviews on other items that I have used in the field, and of course, provide you with discounts from partners of the show so that you can get the best gear at the best price. With that being said, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for the support. Thank you so much. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the show and leave comments as you have questions, whatever it may be, throughout the video. Tell me if I'm wrong. I have no problem with you telling me that. Let me know what's going on. I want to hear it from you guys and how I can get better, what questions you have on these tools and items that I'm bringing to your attention, so that we can get better together. Here we go. Also, first, Phorm Outdoors, an amazing partner of the show. Absolutely love First Phorm. They have some of the best products on the market and the best clothing on the market when it comes to like a shirt like this. If you want this shirt, if you want some hats to go and support, if you are looking to continue on your fitness journey, there's an amazing tool with a First Phorm app where you can get advisors in there, you can get live classes. And if you're looking for more of the snack side of things, I love the meat sticks. Honestly, jalapeno cheddar is my favorite, with barbecue right there with it as well. But there's so many other flavors. Protein bars, top notch, fantastic. They're not dry, they're not chalky. Check them out. And energy drinks, if you are into energy drinks, they are the best energy drinks on planet Earth. If you're not into any of those snack things, and you're looking for a good protein, if you're looking for a good creatine, if you're looking for a good multivitamin, which are my staples every single day, look no further. Use the link down below. Save on free shipping for any order over $75 for life if you use the link down below. So my favorite protein right now is salted caramel, but I also really like the Formula One clear lemonade. That is like juice. You can put it on freaking ice and sip on it. It is delicious. And the micro factor, I use that on a daily basis along with full megas to make sure I'm getting my micronutrients dialed in, and creatine on a daily basis. The most studied supplement out there on the market. Highly recommend that men and women take creatine. Obviously, check with your doctor if you have any questions about those things. But there you go, guys. And now let's get into this funky looking blade. I'm going to tell you guys, this one threw me for a loop. It almost looks like I don't even know how to describe it. But when I first saw it, I was like, I don't have anything like it. And it looks interesting. It really does. So we're going to go into this blade right here. I'm going to compare it to a couple of other blades that you may be familiar with. I'm going to leave the link down below where you go check it out, all the specs that we will go over a little bit later over on Montana Knife Company. But they did this in collaboration with Cam Hanes. Hate them or love them, it is what it is. This is not the Cam Hanes collaboration edition. The Cam Hanes collaboration was actually pretty cool. They've never done a red and black scaled Montana Knife Company knife before, and that was pretty sweet. But I'm a big orange and black fan when it comes to Montana Knife Company, so of course I picked up the orange and black one. This blade right here has it's one of those blades that doesn't do a lot of things well. It does one thing very well, I'm assuming. I haven't used it yet. But this is like a mini bear tooth skinner. So they have a bear tooth skinner. It's one of the first blades from Montana Knife Company. That thing's huge. If you're into fleshing or skinning out animals, if you work in taxidermy, that tool, you're going to absolutely love it. This is like a mini version of that with a funky handle that for some reason just fits perfect. I mean, it just fits right there in the hand. So good. And then that, again, that blade just, I don't know, it looks like a rhinoceros almost, like I don't know, like a rhinoceros that lost his horn, or like, I don't know how to describe it, guys. It looks funky. But with that being said, this blade right here, the geometry of it is very interesting because it has such a sweep along the blade there that the blade from here all the way around to the tip is actually longer than from here to here. So it gets a lot of, it's like all belly. And with that, if you're out there quartering out an animal and you're trying to get through the hide really quick, I can see this being just that natural motion with it being so small. You're not worried about nicking other things or other people if they're out there working on it. If you're lucky enough to have a group of people that are willing to suffer with you and go and skin and quarter out an animal with you, this thing can be, I imagine, surgical. Again, I'm going to say I imagine because I can only picture how I'm going to use this in the field. And how I'm going to use this in the field is mainly for getting that hide off as quick as possible. Because if you know, and I'm still new to this, still learning, but getting the hide off is super important to be able to release heat once an animal has died so that you can get then the meat to cool down and last longer. So this thing is going to be awesome. It's so tiny. Now I'm going to show you a very popular blade by Montana Knife Company is the Speed Goat. This is the first Phorm Outdoors edition of the Speed Goat Magna Cut edition. Okay. This is a stone wash finish, but is also Magna Cut. Look at that. Look how tiny that is. And the Speed Goat's not that big either, but look at that. It's so small. The grip is definitely it's got more of a swoop to it on the grip there. It just fits really good in your hand, locks in really well. But it's definitely smaller than that Speed Goat. Let's see, line up the bottom to the bottom. Yeah. See that? It's so tiny. And it's a little bit thicker, or yeah, just a little bit thicker than the Speed Goat. I don't know if we can see that on camera. A little bit thicker than the Speed Goat, but definitely shorter. And it's pretty lightweight, but again, it's got the G10, a little bit more stout of blade. Here's the other one that you guys will see here, the Freeze Out. So the Freeze Out is actually a little bit longer of a blade, even though it's one of their smaller ones in the lineup. It is a little bit longer of a blade this way, but the belly of that Packout Skinner is so much of a belly that the blade is actually bigger on the Packout than it is on the Freeze Out, which is crazy. So anyway, let's get into some of the specs here, guys. Again, this is a first impressions. After this year using it, I'll follow up and let you know what I think, because this thing, it's funky. I don't know how else to describe it. It is 100% all belly. You're not going to use this for, cooking at camp or anything like that. Really, it's very much designed to be a skinner. So let's go into the specs here on the Packout Skinner. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I already told you about the G10 handles, the Magna Cut steel, done in collaboration with Cam Hanes. So the overall length from here to here is 7 inches total from tip to tail. Here to here, 7 inches. Blade length is 3 inches, which is crazy. So the blade length is almost as much or as long as, it's about half the whole thing. So it's almost 50-50 blade handle, which is crazy. The thickness is 0.11 inches thick. The knife weight, 2.98 ounces. Stonewash finish, Magna Cut steel, G10 handle, made in the USA, finished in Montana. Let's see, there's something else too that I wanted to go over. So the blade length was 3 inches, but the actual, now I might have to link Josh Smith to this. I'm trying to look it up here on the website, but Josh Smith did oh, here it is. So the knife, so from here to here is 3 inches, okay? But all the way around here is 3.5 inches. So they added a whole 1/2 inch just from the swoop. So it literally is the belly, and the working edge is half the length of the entire blade. The entire blade's 7 inches. The belly is 3.5 inches. That's crazy. So it's definitely made for skinning. So if you're in the market for a micro, I'm gonna call this a micro skinner, not a huge, tall or long blade. I mean, it's only 7 inches from tip to tail. This is gonna be the one that you want. So I'm going to leave the link down below where you can check out more of the specs. Any other questions you have, drop them in the comments, guys. You know the deal. And I really appreciate the support as you utilize the codes and links down below to get the gear that you're in the market for right now as we go through the rest of the year. And if you're local to Wild Arrow, guys, do not forget that Wild Arrow is doing free fletch February, where you can go down. If you have 6 arrows that you want to get fletched, we'll fletch them for free up at Wild Arrow. They'll fletch them for free. If you buy a dozen arrows, they will fletch the entire dozen for free. Guys, that is so much money saved, and you get to tinker with different fletchings up at Wild Arrow. Go and check them out, guys. They're such an amazing bow shop. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be nearly as into archery as I am right now. Go support them. If you're not local to Wild Arrow, go and check out the Instagram. Go and check out their YouTube page and their website. Go and check them out and let them know RedBeard sent you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, guys. And like I always say, wait a second. Hold on. Before we get into that, I forgot to mention there is a huge thing going on with Montana Knife Company right now. Maybe I did mention it at the beginning. I can't remember, guys. Either way, in North Carolina, there's still tons of flood damage and people that have suffered over there. In California, there is tons of fire damage and people that are still suffering over there as well. Montana Knife Company is doing donations for, it's called Hell or High Water is the campaign that they're doing. All you need to do is go over to Montana Knife Company, use the link down below, go over there, buy a shirt, buy a Zippo, buy both, buy multiple shirts, whatever, but buy a shirt or a Zippo, both, etc. And you're giving to these people that are suffering, our brothers and sisters as Americans in the East Coast and the West Coast. We want to support them. So definitely go get entered today. You're going to win some amazing items, or have the chance to win some amazing items with 2, I'd say 1 of a kind, but they're 2 of a kind, elk antlered handled Damascus steel blades, handcrafted by Josh Smith. Dialed has thrown in an ArcSo sight, and there's so many other things that have been provided to this. So not only are you giving to a good cause, but you can also win some amazing prizes. So go and check it out, guys. Thank you so much for your support. And like I always say, get out, live your life, and love it.